Hello, this is David Wyatt again with Automation Doctor. Wanted to do another informational video on progress with the UVIS. What you're looking at right now is the same rail that we had seen before. The only real difference is we've placed frosted ends on it with the air intake and an outflow for cooling, because it is sitting on a piece of extrusion that works as a heat sink for the entire unit. Very quickly to review, of course, on this end we also have a piece of frosted glass for the purpose of diffusing the side lighting, and we have terminal blocks, motor controller to actually control the intensity through the pies. We have a real-time clock with a breakout board, 500 gigabyte hard drive. This is a heat-sinked enclosure for the Raspberry Pi, and a version 2 camera, a 5 megapixel version, because it comes with a nice M12 mounting. This, of course, is the humidity and temperature sensor, and just a couple of RJ45 couplers, and the terminal block where everything is fed and received. Some Panduit. This is an ultrasonic sensor board. At the end of the Panduit, it's not easy to see, there's another redundant temperature and humidity controller. And now we're into the passenger side, the camera, and again the exact same hard drive, Raspberry Pi. That's a B3, by the way. It's a Raspberry 3 B3. It's really a pretty good unit, although they have come out with the Raspberry 4s now, which I'd really like to have one. A couple solid-state relays. This relay here signals back to the trailer as to what the status of the Pi is, and this other relay controls the lighting so that we can turn the lights on and off using the Pi. Another thing to be aware of is that we have a channel. This channel is where we're going to place this rail. We will get rid of these adapters at that time, but right now we're just using it for testing purposes. In the bottom of the rail, it's a stainless steel rail, gauge 11. There is a neoprene lining for vibration control and as a temperature inhibitor, so that we don't lose our cooling or gain too much heat through there. And then there are 6 latches along the way. These latches bring the gasketing down really tight against the top of the channel itself. These little pieces here are for the wings to fit in. We didn't talk about the wings yet, but those are the ramps on either side. This is the abrasion-resistant glass. It's actually a plexiglass, actually. It's abrasion-resistant. And in the middle, you'll see there's an ultrasonic sensor. This lid fits over the entire unit, and the ultrasonic sensor peeks through this hole. Each camera peeks through its own hole. There's a remote control board that consists of 2 dimmers and a terminal block, and we of course have a print for this, with fuses for the supply, the incoming supply, and both lights. This is a power over Ethernet switch, and it's supplying power to the Pis. This is a 12-volt power supply, and the pigtail 100 feet comes out the back and goes into a puddle on the floor right now. This is the interface panel. This is a rocker on and off switch. This is the status of the first Pi, the status of the second Pi, and this is a reset switch for both shutdown and restarting. We are able to get away with just a single 12-volt supply. It's 6 amps, so theoretically you can power this from a truck battery, a car battery, or any place where you can get 6 amps. We take about 4 or 5 amps actually to make it work. The manually controlled dimmers are available from the side of the trailer so that the lights can be individually controlled. When it's time for the Pis to control the lights, then these dimmers are turned all the way up. so that their duty cycle is 100%, and then they're acting like individual power supplies themselves. And again, everything is fused through indicators on the fuses that illuminate when a fuse is blown. I'm going to start turning on some of the LEDs, and let's select the inline LED first. We're getting 1 million lumens per foot. You can see it's quite bright. And we have complete manual control of it. We also have the in lights, where we have additional control. We can set these how we want, and there are in fact frosted ends on it. You'll notice now that we've installed the baffling where we can't see into the unit at all, and this is intended to also cut down on any reflections that we might encounter. That's all for right now. Thank you very much. We'll show you some more after it's fully assembled.